And you're tuning into the Black Fire Radio, and you're listening to.
Yeah, tuning in the house, yeah, that's the club. Yeah, I'm young, but it's from the old school. On the dance floor, doing old mode. I don't know if I do what I want to do. And that boy, I don't want you. Better listen when I talk, don't trip. Yo, in the I ain't trying to be, I'm trying to get my drink on. And my diamonds, my fitted, and my mink on. I'm gonna kick it at the bar till it's time to go. And I'm gonna get shorty here and I'm gonna let her know. Oh, really, just a little bit. Not a lot, baby girl, just a little bit. We can head to the crib in a little bit. I can show you how I live in a little bit. I wanna unbutton your pants just a little bit. Take them off and pull them down just a little bit. Get the kiss and the touch in a little bit. Get the in a little bit. 50 coming out your stereos. Hard to tell though, cause I switched the flow. Eyes a little low, cause I twisted. Pockets on swell, cause I moved the O's. My neck, my wrist, my ears is froze. Come get you. She on me, dog. She must have heard about the dough. Now, Captain, come on and say, I get it crunk in the club. I'm off the chain. Number one on the chart all the time, man. When the kid in the house, I turned it out. See the dance floor pack, that's without a doubt. Show the shit that thing like a pro, man. She got it up on me, I'm like, oh, man. I was pushing up to a song, she could hit. While you jumping, I said loud and quick. Just a little bit, not a lot, baby girl, just a little bit. You can head to the crib in a little bit. I can show you how I live in a little bit. I wanna unbutton your pants just a little bit. Take them off, pull them down just a little bit. Get the kiss and the touch in a little bit.
You jamming, ain't you?
My mama got me spending nine.
When jealous people, when people cannot sing, they get jealous. You know, that's how you hear them in the background.
I know he was singing. I thought they was rapping. I know 50 Cent was a singer now.
Oh, yo, I'm the one singing.
Just a little bit, not a lot, baby.
He rapping. I'm singing.
Get to the crib in a little bit. I can show you how I live in a little bit. I wanna unbutton your pants just a little bit. Take them off and pull them down just a little bit. Get the kiss and the touch in a little bit. In a little bit.
Try to.
Really need is a little bit. Not a lot, baby girl, just a little bit. We can head to the crib in a little bit. I can show you how I live in a little bit. I wanna unbutton your pants just a little bit. Take them off and pull them down. In a little bit.
Yes. In a little bit. Yes, Karibuni and hope you guys are doing amazing. Happy Friday. And I hope you've had a beautiful week. Looking forward to having a beautiful weekend ahead of you. Karibuni sana to yet another beautiful conversation right here on the Africa Today show. Shout out to Zawadi Abigail. Shout out to Nash Johnny. Thank you so much for tapping the screen. Shout out to Salwa Hilwa. Thank you so much for following the live creator. And welcome to this amazing broadcast session. Let me know where you're listening to us from. And what's the time on your end? Are you in Africa or Yo, tell you the internet is really flexing on us. The internet is really don't know how to call it. It's really messing. Not the data, not the Wi-Fi. It's just super crazy. But I expect much more of that. I'm not gonna promise you very quickly earlier, and it's still raining. And we hope that we're gonna be able to continue without having
And it's
any
raining, huh?
itches or sort. But we also have Keith in the house. How you? It
Wagwan.
is drizzling right now, but it was raining before the Morris show. Very heavy.
Okay. Wagwan. How the hell you say that shit? Wagwan.
Lol, it's crazy when I say wagwan, you don't wanna respond to me. Now you expect me to say
I
wagwan,
don't know.
nothing a
I
guan,
don't. I don't know what that goofy shit mean.
nothing a guan, nothing a guan,
I don't
nothing
know
a
what that
guan.
goofy. I don't know what that goofy Jamaican. I don't know what that goofy
That's how you
Jamaican shit
respond
means, Joby.
back. How you doing?
Do I sound like a goofy Jamaican? Wagwan. Guana guana. I don't know.
You spoke shit. You spoke shit inside.
I think we lost Joby again.
Seems like this is how we're gonna be operating today. I have no idea why the internet is acting up like this, and this is literally data. But anyway, karibuni sana. I hope you guys are doing great. Shout out to Ansankenon who's just in the house, who just joined. Says hi, Joby. You're shining bright, bright like a diamond. Shout out to Rihanna with that jam over there. It's my forehead shining, or is it me? Or is it me? Literally, is it my forehead or is it me? But shout out to Frida. I was asking you if you can hear me. Let me know on TikTok if you can hear me. And also shout out to Wayne, Eric. Let me know if you guys are also facing itches on your end, the same way it is disturbing or you guys can hear me correctly. But on today's conversation, for everyone who's just tuning in, welcome. We shall be discussing about the UN, which is about to announce bird flu. And when you talk about the VACCINEs, especially on YouTube, we know it's a red flag. But there's something I saw that was on Wednesday. And we know for the past, that was especially when I was joining Black Hot Fire, we were having so many discussions and classes, educations, literally about the pandemic, what it was all about, and we saw the the reality of what this was all about. We saw most of our people were trapped in this, and it's crazy to say. I even shared that. I think it was. I don't think I really shared it on the chat, but right now they're coming up with so many articles to tell us what study is revealing, and which is something that they have been actually denying for the longest time, denying all the accusations, allegations that has been brought forward about them, and we saw none of them actually being held accountable. So this is what I saw. That was on Wednesday, where we had a new study that suggested the COVID vaccines may have helped fuel the rise in excess deaths since the pandemic. I mean, isn't it crazy? When Keith was talking about this, all the channels were being shut down. We had to go all the way to the website to educate people. But this is now becoming open information after 4 years. Make it make sense. Is it 4 or 5 years? After 4 years, literally, this is now becoming something that they want to discuss about. But we shall get back into this particular was saying on the comments that those, of course, who were like, as the conspiracy theorists have been told, to shut our mouth, because most of the people who came forth to talk about this, they are being called actually conspiracy theorists. Most of the videos were flagged, and we were being told this is all a lie, whatever was happening in this particular, or the whole world globally, what the agenda was all about. But before we get to move on into all those matters, I want to talk about, of course, what is happening in Africa, and that was something we want to discuss earlier, which Dimore has also discussed a little bit of it that is on a show, and this is regarding those who lost their lives in Sudan, and we know that this is not a war that is happening what in Sudan. Can we have details? That is something, because growing up and understanding media, I thought that journalists, or when you have Like, oh my God. I don't know how this is just becoming super, super hectic and crazy. It's nothing to do with the microwave. I don't know what's really, really happening with the shout out to Jason Hill, Karibu Sana. Hope you're doing amazing. But I was saying before going for that short fraction of the internet, I was talking about genocide, of course, we know currently going on, which the mainstream from this lady was actually calling out on the mainstream from her before seeing actually this from the mainstream media. It's like Congo, because today earlier I did report also where there's some fire that was set up on the most of the DRC people are staying, and it is crazy to see how far these people are really willing to go. Shout to the how far these people are willing to go to just take resources war looks like. Literally, it's super crazy. I don't know if you guys can hear me.
I don't know what.
Can you hear my video? Can you hear me?
I hear you. Yeah. Hot. Yeah. Yeah.
People were murdered in a village in Jazida State today by the RSF. They were family. This morning, reports out of Khartoum, one of whom was a journalist, the second journalist to be murdered by the RSF in the last. A video surfaced out of Durman, converted by the RSF into a torture chamber in which they raped several women. A student of Ahfad University for Women was tortured and killed. Across the country and raped by the RSF. And that's all.
And use the word, you have to say graped. What nowadays?
Because you're not allowed to say it. That's right. That's right. Because they don't want nothing being said. They want calling out killing and murder. They own the social media, so they don't want you saying nothing about what's real. Gotta make all these fake terms and codes. Shit's crazy. Most wickedest motherfuckers on the planet got control of it now.
And then you see South Africans talking nonsense, saying that these people are.
I sent you one video that's a South African guy talking correct though. So it's a bunch, he's got a couple million that still talk correct. I sent you a video. I didn't see it on WhatsApp. I sent it on your TikTok channel of a South African guy talking. You're a child in the mind if you don't know who's actually ruling what this is about. So I said they go Joby South African man right there. There's still a bunch of them down there that know what's going on. Sucker, when I was the weather down in Tampa, brother, god damn.
Just today.
It's how this shit ahead.
And nobody knows. TV, the only people who reported on it are Sudanese. And as I have to wonder if the words I used are going to get my video
Of course it will.
Meaning hoops, like saying the word grape in the hope. It's humiliating to talk about my people suffering this way.
Because they don't want you talking about black people suffering. You're supposed to shut up.
Disgusted by yourself, but it should make you disgusted. Literally, you as a person, you shouldn't like take it like that. You shouldn't really again feel the torture of your people. Yes, that South African lady was talking about,
She's a
the
moron. You
South
can't help a
Sudanese
moron.
people, Congolese people, what because of the same people you're literally protecting and claiming that they are not your
Exactly.
go
Exactly.
back to
We're the
that
rain.
video. That lady makes
Exactly.
me mad.
You're supposed to, girl. That's how moronic she
You
is.
have a
Come
right
on, son. You don't got the right to be a moron. Man, it's like 90 some degrees, but the humidity shit. Humidity's like a motherfucker out here. I think we lost Joby again. And they snapped that cable over in Africa. The internet's terrible in
now.
Africa right
But
now.
anyway, I was
What's she
saying
back?
that what- that really made me mad. And I do agree with actually I think I should go deeper on TikTok to see if any people did react because there's no way we can be having Africans talking man standing for this political seat. My number one, yeah, how do you even allow this to happen? How do you even dare give a try get votes? And it is so sad to see this is unstoppable supporting this. How are you going to stopped? You know, the people are supposed to be calling out the enemies at the one promoting this. This is so sad. This is so crazy to see today, and which is okay at the same time because what I expect
But when you're this ignorant, Joe, but you don't know that
understand
those
South Africa.
people, white people are the same people. They don't know that. They think this South African whites are different from from other white people, and that's a lie. What you that's why the other white people
And
trying to make sure you don't get the land back all over the world. They're trying to make sure South African white people stay in control.
that is what exactly that young man was trying to explain. The second video he shared to
Yeah,
understand that these people are all the same. You know,
yeah,
they're all,
never change.
they're all the same.
They come,
You know,
they all come from the
just
same.
my
They all come from the same place. Of course, they're the same. They all came out of Europe. They're all Germanic people. They're all the same people, but they know it. Africans think they're always different people. The white man know he's not no different people. He know we the same people.
crazy and sad, but I pray. I don't know. I don't know how. Sometimes when I look at most of the African countries, the same thing I question to save South. Who's going to save Sudan? That is the question. Black lives are being affected left, right, and center. We've been on African people globally, no matter all coming to
Africa,
save.
nobody's coming to save Africa the most because that's where the world's wealth is at. Africa the most.
Pardon?
They'll treat other black people like shit, but the African sits on the African over the continent and be treated the worst because he sits on all the resources. He sits on the money of the planet. Shout out to your girl. Let me send this
Well,
video your girl. Let me send this video your girl made. I love it. Send this video your girl made. Anita Ivy said, "How can these people? It's some kind of magic trick they've done on black people, making this fake money with this fake paper, giving us this fake paper for our real resources, and then undervaluing the fake paper that they give us." Yeah, how about that?
me,
They get our real resources for their
it,
fake paper.
it goes back to education. We've not taught this last week. We've not been taught the value of our resources. As
Exactly.
much as we do talk about having puppets who know what they're doing,
She was
okay?
like,
Talk about Tinibu. Who is
she
Tinibu?
was, she was like, this This is the real kind of. This is the real voodoo trick right here. This fake paper. They're talking about witchcraft. This is the real witchcraft right here. I'll shout out to her too. Uh, I'll be filling your mailbox with so much shit. Oh, I sent this one to you. I sent
You
it.
see, it says overcast. It gets hot, but this new sun energy, they're tampering with it. Oh, I think Kit was talking about how hot it is.
Yeah.
Jan Sangi says it is 91. Huh? The 91, I don't know what is that.
91 degrees Fahrenheit, Joby. 91 degrees
Yeah.
Fahrenheit.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that in Celsius. So shout out to Katie. She knew how to do the. I was really not good that at math. But anyway, thank you so much for letting us know. Karibu Sana. It is crazy, but it is just in Africans again and revolution. There is no other way. Revolution is just the hope of unity, is also the hope of Africa survival. It's not all about Kikuyu, it's not all about with you being tribal, it's you being that's when you're gonna be able to understand what is really, really going on. But for now, sadly, the biggest part, as much as we do have and shout out to Leslie, Dr. Arikana, saying she loves or she's religious. I also didn't of all the people, and that is the debate we talk about. Iwaton was sharing some time back, and she mentioned, Leslie was here on the student. He was like, "Nah, pause that. I didn't expect Dr. Most of the discussion that Africans we are supposed to are not ready for the debate. Religion being one of it, okay, which is that Demore was talking about yesterday here on his show. Actually, is also
I
being
miss it.
practiced right now through religion. This is it is crazy when Africans think, and the murderers walk scot-free, body the people who committed this get to walk scot-free. Actually, you didn't force anyone to starve. They did it. But they did it. This is just so crazy, and you're talking about injustice again. Africa
Okay.
is within our very, very own hands. The white man, then we'll keep on that. And that is what they have been doing, promising us for the kingdom of the kingdom of heaven. It's crazy, within the kingdom itself, which is right here, the Africa. So sad and super, super crazy. But on the other end, it was about which you also saw Congo, some parts, and people who had set up their camps. They were try find the article and read it out, and center, and shout out to Skedi for doing nothing, power and doing nothing. That is what we see today. Shout out to what's gonna take place. As much as the people do not even understand what's going on, someone's are gonna be found being taken by the UN trucks out, and which has already, of course, has been happening. Like Keith was mentioning earlier, this is the tick there. They're not there for no reason. They're there because why people are here because of the resources and enslaving us.
That's what it is.
Around me, when I go, white guy owns a butchery there because I always see him like every morning.
There's a white guy
They didn't know
owns a
that.
butcher. There's a white guy that owns a butcher around there, Joey. Wow.
Yeah, he owns an old butchery.
Hmm.
A very young brother who works there. I think two of them.
Of course, you're always gonna work for them Zungu in
Within how
Africa.
these people
What? How you
come
work for
here
them in
as
your country?
children.
Hmm.
They come here as people who are should be excited about that, and this is why I feel like mental make a whole lot of sense again. Because how would you convince me who knows nothing but the missionary story that I'm told? Okay, salvation
That's
is not
true.
here to help me, and I should believe for revolution while there's nothing they have done. I don't know if you understand what I'm explained earlier with the South Africans, the way they feel privileged people. So, but as much as there's nothing they have done, this guy has literally created an employment opportunity, which has not. So, how can you change such a mindset while the enemy literally is there trying to help? It's contradicting like that. That is able to
You wanna know who they are,
there's some
Joby?
who understand actually.
You wanna know who they are? You
Pardon?
want? I
Do I
said,
want to know who?
do you really want to know what? I'm gonna send you a video now. I know you don't know. This is who they really are. They're not what you think.
You're
So I'm gonna say,
breaking on.
can you hear me now? You hear me now, Joby?
You're breaking on my. I can hear you. Come again.
Okay. If you want to know who they are, Joby, play the video I just sent you. The last video I sent you on WhatsApp. Play the last video I sent you on WhatsApp. Play that last video. If you can hear me, Joby, I think she froze again. I have to type it. We lost her. Wait for Joby to come back. We lost her. The guys out there doing the work. Second there. Wait for Joby to come back in.
Okay,
All right, you back. You back.
I'm back.
You're back. You return
Let
like
me share the
Jesus,
video.
Joby. You return like Jesus. You want to know who they really are?
What
You really want to know who they are?
mm-hmm.
Look at that
The
video.
last one, or the last you sent three?
The last one I
You
sent you.
sent three videos.
The last one,
Okay,
Joby. The last one. Now, you can play all of
all
them, but the
right.
last one's the blue one. I want you to listen what the man's telling you. You know, camera, you can see shit. First, you could never see these things, but now you can.
Share this.
If you if your internet allows you, that's really, that's really for you. I really want you to
It
see
should
it.
allow me.
And remember, you got African people laying with this thing. Remember that.
Disgusting.
I want you. I want you to see this. See you.
Oh no, I saw this one. Oh my
All
god.
right. All
No.
right.
Yeah, I saw this. Ew.
But they didn't see it. Let them see it. So when I tell you,
Ew.
when I
This
tell
is
you,
crazy.
when I tell you you're dealing with a non-human being, Joby, that's what you're dealing with. It looks
I
like
saw
it's
this one
human
on
to
the
you.
video you sent me.
Yeah, I sent it to you. I don't know if you looked at all of them. That's right. Let everybody else see it.
I know y'all just saw that motherfucking fly come out this bitch eye, and then she let it come down her face, and she swallowed that motherfucker.
That's
I
right.
know y'all just saw that. If you didn't see it, we gonna show this shit in slow motion. Look at this shit. It came out of motherfucking eye. It came out of her eye,
Now, what they
and
are,
she swallowed
all this
motherfucker.
stuff is gonna start coming out. What they really are. All this stuff is gonna start coming out. What they really are, Joby. Go ahead.
I saw this. I couldn't even watch the video twice. I was like, nah, I'm out.
Oh, I've been telling y'all. But y'all think everybody need a motherfucking tinfoil hat. This news anchor bitch on live TV had a whole fly come out her motherfucking eye. That's different, dog. And then swallowed that motherfucker on some reptilian
Yeah,
shit.
that's like a million that does that. Why? Which other
Hmm.
animal swallows flies? You know,
I told you.
chameleon.
I told you they got reptile energy. Remember? I told you they got reptile
Lizards.
energy. It's
Mm-hmm.
you're dealing with something that has reptile energy. It looks like a
Mm-hmm.
human being, Joby. The Asian, the European, they're not. They just look like one. They're not.
Mm-hmm.
It looking like she got a motherfucking mask on. You ever seen a fly come out of motherfucking eye before? Have you
No.
ever seen a fly come out of motherfucking eye before? Huh?
Hell no.
I think not. You ain't never seen it before. Until that shit right there. Until that shit right there. Look at her eyes, dog. That's some creepy ass shit. Now I keep on finding all this shit on this motherfucking television. And these motherfuckers with this demonic reptilian shapeshifter shit happening
That's right.
all around the motherfucking world. And
All over the
everybody think it's a
world.
motherfucking.
All over the
Well,
world.
not everybody, but a lot of you sleep sheeple motherfuckers do. Yeah, explain that.
That,
For the
that's what the
motherfuckers who
lady. That's what
think
the lady
everybody
in
like,
South Africa is defending. That's them all over the world. That's what the lady in South Africa is defending, and she don't got a clue with her stupid ass. All over the world. You go, Joe. I think we lost Joby again.
God damn, she should be shown see this kind of things, She should, this was I feel like black people should be traumatized somehow when it comes to the white people's history, do them.
It is. They have been.
Dog.
They have been.
I'll motherfucking wait. I'll motherfucking wait. Gotta see it again.
Comfortability, having a fly sitting on your she ain't even moving her. Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you bet. You bet.
Okay. Damn. It is so uncomfortable having a fly sitting on your eye. To tell me that this white woman, even despite
it wasn't on her eye. It came out of her eye, Joe. Out of her eye. Out of her eye.
Came out of eye. Did that face look real to you? Because it don't look real to me. And she swallowed that motherfucker. You motherfuckers better watch y'all surroundings. Watch who you around. Cause that shit right there don't make no damn sense. Dog. P.
Peas. I know that's right.
You'll be all traumatized.
What?
You'll be learning too. You'll be learning too. You'll be learning too much. You're all traumatized.
I saw that video. That was on Wednesday. So on Wednesday, I was just on TikTok scrolling you guys. 70 videos, and that was among the top ones that I could reach. God damn. From the eye to the mouth.
You'll be learning too much. You're all traumatized. African mind can understand what the hell is going on. You back again. All right, Joey, you back.
All right.
Your African mind is traumatized. You can't understand what the hell you're looking at.
That was crazy because I know that the ones I remember some of the videos I've seen on TikTok and the ones you were teaching me like 2 years ago is the one, the way the eyes change, like from
exactly
the way
the
they change,
exactly.
They just look like animals.
Yes.
The reptile, you see the reptile.
Yeah.
Yeah. That I knew. That's what I was saying. You have someone who's literally telling you over there, you want my old, can barely stand Indian. You want to take and snatch away, can my barely standing straight Indian. For what? For flies coming from the mouth and the eyes? No, I'm okay. I'm very fine. I'm very, very okay. This is super, super exciting. And being honest, we need to be taught. These are some of the things I feel like actually when you talk about reintroducing education in Africa, these are some of the images. We should actually come with advanced education where we have film days to just show the history they left in our books, which was full of lies about them and us now are seeing film of this kind of things. The reptilia out there have been torturing babies, out there have been genociding people in Africa.
Do you believe an African can?
Like we
Do
should
you believe African can watch
see
that code,
actually,
Joby, without no real information? Do you think African
if
can
I was
watch
just
that?
able, if we read tapes from way back, which I believe there's still some old videos, or if our people can actually also act this, we should be able to, the next generation and the coming
Oops, they lost Joby again, guys.
okay. Well,
Joby's back, guys. The reptilians got, the fly eaters got her. She's back. She's broke away. She had to punch. She had to. She had to. She had to punch. She had to punch one in the nose.
yeah, man, you can see something like that and you act normal. Yo, you gotta punch it out, like punch it out. Like what you talking about? You're okay, you normal.
Those are
This
the
is
ones
not
with
normal.
those are the ones be flexing on you with their white boyfriends, Joby. They be flexing on you. Look at my white man, Joby.
Shout out to you, man. If shout out to you, shout out to you. Goddamn. It just feels off touching something that doesn't look like you, that doesn't belong to your own kind, being honest. It just feels, that's what I was saying the other time. If only I don't know if maybe black people, as we come back into, dying and coming back, I feel like some of us come back with the consciousness of understanding I
You
learned
do.
this in
You
this
do.
life. But I
You
feel like
do.
some of
You
us
do come back.
come more dumb or had no clue, left with the same mindset, you had on your previous life, the same thing, still being taught literally to act right. And I feel like this is why we have some of the people who's, let's call them sellouts, or coons, or those who do
Yeah.
not understand literally anything or cannot actually even question themselves. Does they even feel okay, white person? Never. Like sitting down, like, hey, I'd look good with a white man. I'd love to get married to a Mzungu. No, that has never been my Dululu. Never.
That's, that's
Never,
why
ever.
that's
It's
why
just,
that's
when
why
I
I
look
asked the
at
question.
like some of the
You have been with a Mzungu? That's why I asked that question. They tell me, yeah, Joby, I'm out the door.
no,
I'm out the door on that ass. Adios.
never,
Look with that.
never, ever, never. It's crazy, man. That is just beyond crazy. Shout out to our people who really can really keep up with this. How many more disgusting things do you have to see and keep quiet? I'd really love to know that, because I believe that those who have seen disgusting, you have to
they,
keep
they,
quiet. Talk
they
about the
just think that's
tails.
a
Talk
yeah, they
about
don't know
the
about the
teary
tails.
eyes. Talk
Yeah,
about
that's why they got the tail. Exactly. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing, Joby. They're created. You like what the hell? The tails, all that stuff. But most people are like, that can't be real. You're looking right at it. That's CGI. That's a camera trick. Ain't no camera trick you talking about. Camera trick.
and I think if the universe really intends you to learn, you will learn. I think I've had
Yeah,
this at a very, very
that's
young
true.
age, but I can't remember
That's true, Joby.
vividly what we're
That's
talking
true.
about. At a very young age, I've had them mentioning of we have people who have tails. So for me, that didn't really click well. I'm like, nah. For me, if I hear something that is off, I used to run away. Like,
They used to push that on us.
I'm
That
not
the
interested
white
in
people
that
The
information.
white people
I'm
would
done. Like, bye.
they would project that on us
Peace
because we
out.
didn't know. We know they had. They would say black people, Africans had tails. That's what they would say. Us not knowing that they really had them. We didn't know nothing about that. They would say these black people have tails. Look at their tails. Like why would they say something like that? That don't even make any sense. And they're like, oh, okay. So that's why they project everything about them onto
Hmm.
us.
Hmm.
Hey, Joby froze again, y'all. It's crazy.
Hmm. It's crazy. It is crazy, man. Shout out to our people. I have so many questions for our people who have really probably dealt with, them on one-on-one. Can you guys hear me? Let me know. I can hear you, Keith. I don't know if you can hear me. I was hearing. I can hear you say I'm frozen. I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me, Keith?
Yeah, I hear you. My mic was mute. I hear you. I hear you, Joby. Oh, you went out again. It's a rough show, guys. Rough show. Joe, we can make it back one more time. God damn, it's like 100 degrees out this bitch. Soaking wet. Shit. Woo! Damn. All this damn tourism. Ain't nobody got no money. White people do. They down here all in Panama City and shit. Cars every damn where. Vacationing. They still got vacation money. Shit. Traffic is thick as hell out here in Panama City. I don't never come down this bitch for nothing. Except for when I gotta work. Shit. They down this motherfucker heavy. No, very heavy. Shit. Traffic is crazy. You know, nobody black got no money down here. I don't see nobody black and no cars, all of them are white people. Chilling, taking it easy. Got traffic all fucked up. All but out of state license plates. Kentucky, Wisconsin, Tennessee. That's Joey, she back. They make one more time.
Okay, can you hear me, guys?
Hey, Joby. Make the best of what it is. I hear you, Joby. We hear you. You hear me, Joby? We hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you completely. Shout out to Jiba Jabba.
Great.
Great. And say degrees Fahrenheit. I got it must be, is that cold? That's cold?
No, that's hot. 90 degrees is hot, Joby. That's hot. 90 degrees is hot.
68 degrees. You say 68 degrees.
Oh no, that's nice. That's not cold. That's nice. He's up north, so that's nice weather. That's actually comfortable. That's comfortable, Joey. He's in comfortable weather. I mean, me and our second one's in Florida. We're in scorching hot weather. Jibba Jabba's way up north, so he's in comfortable weather. We're down south, Joby, so we're hot ass weather. And our second one is in the 90s. Jibba's in 68. Nice and comfortable weather up there in the north, in the northeast up there, Pennsylvania. Oh, we lost you again, Joby. Oh, you back? There you go.
I'm trying. I'm switching to the studio internet, switching to the phone in. Because both of them are acting up. Like, if this is failing,
You're doing the best you can, Joby. You're doing the best you can. Nobody's upset. You're doing the best you can. It's all good.
Yeah, it is crazy. It's insane. That video, I think I should share with so many. Not with you, what on to.
Yeah.
You know, share with people, get them traumatized. I love to see the fact she's doing research on her. Realized a few things. She was like,
Like what?
no, you're not gonna change your mind. I remain on Jesus. You're not gonna change my mind.
Good for you, shit.
You're out here. You're out educating African people, which is good. You know? But anyway, as we get to move on, I'll talk about what is happening. Of course, we've seen Russia funding a couple of weapons. Africa, that is the 3 West African countries, Burkina Faso. Today, Putin actually has warned that Russia could also provide countries that are stricken by the Western or striked by the West. They're saying that President Putin wants that Russia could provide to others to strike Western targets in response to NATO allies their arms to attack Russia territory and reaffirming more nuclear weapons if it sees a threat. United States and Germany also recently authorized Ukraine to hit some targets with long-range weapons that are supplying to with a Western official and U.S. Senator.
Hey, Joby, can you hear me? Look this up. See if
Yes.
Russia blew up Ukraine's state house. See if Russia blew up
If
Ukraine.
Russia
Has Russia
State
blew
House.
up? Yes, Ukraine's state house. See if Russia has blown up Ukraine's state house.
Damn, this is bad. Let's see. Ukrainian maps traffic. The ones in Russia. Who was responsible blowing them down?
Or is it just
No details
propaganda?
about it.
Okay,
Maybe on it.
okay.
Yeah.
We'll see in a little bit in the future if it's true or not. On TikTok, they're saying they blew that shit up.
Yeah, because there's no
We don't know yet. We'll see. Yeah.
details about it. But yeah, they're saying that was on when it's going to provide weapons to countries that are. They're saying that recent actions by West will further undermine international serious problems. He said, taking questions from the international journal become extremely rare since Moscow sent troops into Ukraine. Mark their direct involvement. Just a minute. My oh my god. All of that. Oh no. God damn.
You all right, Joey? You okay?
Sorry guys, I'm boiling beef
Oh,
and my
I thought it was something bad. This is some of your food. I thought it was bad. Out of here. I'm boiling beef. I thought you was in.
my whole
I thought you was in trouble or something.
soup
About your
poured
damn
down.
beef. About your
My
beef.
whole soup poured. God.
Your soup. I thought it was something bad about your damn beef soup. Get your crazy ass out of here.
I needed some stock soup. But I'll do more. But yeah, they're saying that in the war against Russia Federation and we way and the United States and targets on Russia soil with a long-range weapon. They are on this other end. That is the Germany. They must get ready for a war. That is Boris.
Yep.
Yes, and is convinced that his country will need to fight, and this comes after he called for a review of the military last year. He also has pointed to the danger of possible Russia attack on NATO country and said become a war capable. Well, question is, do you what you've been the information, of course, Keith, Russia is so advanced in terms of resources, their military,
But the whole thing, they wanted to break up Russia and take it
and
over.
the
They wanted to break up Russia and take it over. Same way they do Africa. They wanted to break Russia up into 5 different countries and take it over. And that's what they were doing in the 90s. And if you go to Google, say,
well,
was Russia being taken over by American companies in the 90s? It should say yeah. So they were taking over and impoverishing Russians in the 90s. And so Putin said, hold on, hold on, uh-uh. So, because the whole thing was to break up Russia and take it all over, like they do the Congo, break it up into 5 different countries and take it over.
well, we're gonna see what's gonna be happening, but the way I don't know much about really Russia history and all that, but
In,
and
19,
the effort is
in,
being
ni-
put
in
next.
1917, the cats with the small hats took it over. They finally wanted to get it.
Mm-hmm.
So in World War I, it was the Jewish bankers that were actually funded in Germany. They wanted Germany to beat Britain and France. But when they found out that Russia came in on the side of Germany, that's when they flipped. They said, okay, we'll promise Britain and France, we promise you that you win. We're going to bring America into the war. America didn't want to go to war, but cats with the small hats run the country. So World War I, they said, we're going to let America come in and help you beat the Germans, and that would defeat Russia. We'll go in and overturn Russia. So that's the reason why they got America in the World War I, Joby, because they wanted to overthrow Russia, the Tsar, the king. That's when you got to overthrow Russia, and the cats with the small hats got complete control of Russia back then. Change the name. Do this, Joby. Say, when did Russia become the USSR? They changed the name to the Soviet Union, and then it collapsed in 1990. They wasn't willing to let it go. They wanted to break it up. See, when did Russia become the USSR? It's in 1917, 1918, during the revolution.
You said I look for? Come again?
Say when did Russia become the USSR?
That was on 1992, December 28th.
No, that's when it broke. No, that's when it became. That's when it became Russia again. That's when it became Russia. But when did Russia?
Okay.
That's when the USSR fell and it became Russia again. But when did Russia become the USSR? That's when the USSR became Russia again because it collapsed and the Russians got it back from the small hats. But when did Russia become the USSR? No, 19. That's when it. No, that's when it collapsed. So it should say 1917. Russia became the USSR, Joby, and then it small hats got it renamed and called it the USSR, and then it collapsed and became. Then it collapsed and became Russia again. So the USSR. Okay, do this. Say, what year was the USSR founded? That's what year was the USSR founded? Because it was Russia and became the USSR when they killed the king. They killed the Tsar, the king of Russia.
Let's see. It's a minute, my tab to load. Oh, they're saying 1992.
No, that's not when it became. When was the USSR founded? That's when it broke apart. It became Russia again. When was it founded? FOUNDED. When was the USSR founded?
Let me share my screen. That is what Google is giving me. 1992, literally. So They're saying that that was on 28th December 1992, sorry, a conference of parliamentary delegations from the Russia to SFSR. Okay, you're the one pronouncing it correctly. I'm the one who may be getting it wrong. Is it USSR, right? Not
Yeah, USSR. That's right. When was the USSR founded? That's it. When was it founded? That's when it ended and became Russia again. Because the USSR, Russia used to be known as the USSR, the Soviet Union.
Was the USSR created?
Yes, created.
They're saying 1992, literally.
That's when it collapsed.
They're saying 1992. I don't know why they're.
That's when Russia became Russia. So I can ask Google.
Collapse. Yeah, I see the collapse of sovereignty is gonna
That's
give
when
me much detail.
That's when it collapsed. Let's see here.
Okay.
What year was the USSR founded? 1922. Yeah, December 30th, 1922. Following the 1917 revolution. So I'll just tell you different. So say what year was the Soviet? So I should say the Soviet Union then. Say the Soviet Union, Joe, but say the USSR. Soviet, Soviet Union. What year was the Soviet Union founded? So I tell you right after 1917, it fell from Russia to the Soviet Union, to the USSR. Which is the Soviet Union. I think I lost Joe again. Yeah, I should just say the Soviet Union instead of the USSR, Joe. Soviet Union. Soviet Union. NUION. So they destroyed Russia, Joby, and made it to the. They killed the king, and the cats with the small hats went and created the Soviet Union out of Russia, and took complete control of it. They took complete control of it and put their puppets up in there. Lenin and Stalin, they were cats with small hats. So we know at that time, they broke up Russia, they killed the king of Russia, and created the Soviet Union. So for 80 years, Russia was known as the Soviet Union, Joe. For 70 years, 70-something years. In 91, it collapsed and became Russia again. And that's what they got mad about. They've been trying to get it back ever since. And they killed millions of people. Cats with the small hats. They want you that fake ass Hitler shit. The Bolsheviks killed millions, wiped out millions of people. That's what they do when they get complete control of a country. They get to kill it. That's what the 19 was about. They get complete control of shit, they go to extermination. Bolsheviks killed millions of people. Millions. But you don't never hear that in your goddamn news. Those are those cats tell you about Hitler and all that old shit. Hitler. They won't tell you about these motherfucking Bolsheviks. That's them. Killing millions. Starvation, murder, torture. Killed millions of people. Shit's crazy. Straight torture. Tell me back.
Back.
Tell me back.
I'm back. Shout out to Joe Mosquito, Karibu Sana. Shout out to Byron Scott. Joe Mosquito says, I thought she broke a nail. I saw your comment earlier. No, that was my beef stock pouring down. God damn it. I had to check that. Check that. I need my beef sweet, so I give it time to boil. I want it to boil very, very well.
I thought it was an emergency
I
too.
don't
I
want
thought somebody was trying to break in on us. I said, oh shit. I know it's just her cooking some damn beef.
I was like, I saw some water. Yeah, but thank you for the concern. I do appreciate. Where were we? This internet is really even confusing me. We were checking
That's okay.
the
Yeah, we're
video.
checking the Soviet
You
Union.
see
We let yeah, we let you know
Soviet
what year it started.
Union. Mhm. I hope my internet gets to behave. It's still bringing with the same thing. 1992,
You keep
1922.
saying 99.
Sorry.
Yeah, 1920. Them I say what? And it's crazy. That's when it fell apart. And then it went back to Russia again. That's when it fell apart.
1922. Mhm.
Yeah, then and then it fell apart because and so they've been trying to get it
The
back.
U. I
They've
think
been
I
trying to get it back ever
got the
since because
USSR one.
it's the, it's the same thing. It's the Soviet Union.
This one.
You, the USSR is the same thing, Joe. But it's the Soviet Union.
They said the USSR
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's it's the Soviet Union. It's the same thing, Joe.
one says started from 19. Okay.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I'm just showing you.
It's
Reason why we got World War
crazy, but we're
One
gonna
was
see
because
what's gonna be happening.
oh, go ahead, Joe.
Personally, I don't I'm back.
I know you. I didn't know you was gone. Shit,
Today it
that
feels
was
like
quick.
Keith. Today it
That,
feels like Keith areas. I'm the one on the bad areas today.
right,
Popping in and
you back.
out.
You back like a thief in the night.
Popping in, popping in. What people are saying that Jabba, everyone who's in the building, and Sunken One, Jason, and to everyone who has I've not mentioned, and to those who are just tuning in right now. And but Jabba was saying boiled beef. I'm boiling the beef, then I'll fry it. Okay. You guys, you just cook like that. You don't boil the beef like
Tell me once a beef.
completely.
Tell me when a beef nice and tender. You damn savages.
I don't have teeth. I don't have teeth. The sides are gone. So I don't have teeth. I can chew like well prepared and tender, like Keith said. And today, but is in the house. Thank you so much for tuning in. Sean. Also see Jibba Jibba was saying that United Sovereign Social Thank you for letting me know the full meaning, which I'd seen also on Google. And says Joby types with one finger, that's why she takes forever. You're lying. You know you're copying. I'm literally, if I was using my phone, that would be something else. But you know, of black blood in them. And Byron's the Bolsheviks, if I'm really reading that correct, are indigenous Russians. God damn. Genocide of our people has been on and on and on. 30 million. And no one was held accountable for that, right? No one accountable for this. And I feel like this is why we have people like they're all the same people personally, whether you're acting good or not. This is why we have people like Putin who are trying to make a change of some of the history. Killings are crazy, and no one talks about 30 million people. That's a lot of.
That wasn't
more of what
that
they did.
that wasn't Putin that did that. That was the cats with the small hats, Joby. They got control of Russia. They killed 30 million people. They went on a. That wasn't Putin. That wasn't the Russian. That was the cats with the small hats killing the Russians, Joby.
Yeah, I get you. I'm trying to recorrect the history, because to me, because I mean, look at them how they're helping Burkina Faso, because that is what people in Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali, as much as they're setting their Russia setting embassies in Africa, we're trying to get embassies out, embassies of our allies. But I feel like right in
you need help right now. You're not strong enough. You're not strong. You're not strong enough. When you
more than the West, because they're giving us weapons.
Yeah, once you get technically advanced, then you can kick them out. But first, get the technology first.
Well, we're doing it. We're creating nuclear power plants. Shout out.
Yeah.
The first one of them is supposed to start to do that. But the 3 West African countries are going to be on the other countries. I don't want to say the puppets, the continent itself. If you see the developments,
yes, the puppets time is up. It's gonna be a lot of. It's gonna be a lot of. In the next 20 years, it's gonna be a lot of puppets going away. That's all I'm gonna say. It's gonna be a lot of puppets getting unalive. That's all I'm gonna say. Because you can't hold back what's coming. No matter what they try to do, you can't hold back what's coming. Can't hold back what's coming. There'll be a lot of unalive puppets walking around. And I don't know how you walk around unalive. So yeah, so that's what the Ukrainian war is about, Joby. They want Russia back. They killed 30 million Russians, Joby. They killed 30 million of them when they took over Russia. They killed 30 million of their asses. They genocided them. The cats with the small hats. Starved them.
That's a big number.
Killed. Yeah, it's almost all of Kenya. Yeah, it's a big damn number.
Plan a war on you, literally, and also go back, resettle, create my military, and shout out to them, literally. I'll also do the same. Something you did and stopped, it's something you're still continuing to do in wars left, right, and center. So I'd also do the Russia way.
That's what you're
Come
supposed
back
to.
with a strong military, come back with weapons. Dare try to get, at that time and moment, because time to literally find other weapons same as mine or even better than mine. Literally, that was a very smart.
You got that. That's what you're supposed to. That's what you're supposed to do.
this is not like something that the Western powers and the countries, the smaller, like they doing it. I'd also be mad. I'd also
Never
be
me.
mad. And even before the invasion of Ukraine, the fact that you are warned even before, yo, it's a war. It's on. It is on. Just in the studio, been doing my head the whole day. So sorry, John Mosquito. It was annoying me for me. Like it was. But I hope by Monday they're gonna be done. Since we're getting into well to finish up whatever nonsense they're doing all over here, because super noisy. But at least they're fixed some things, you know. Yeah. I love the fact that they're checking the building and maintaining everything. That is apartments when you move to them, the way they were renovated. That's it. No renovation, no even checking up of supposed to be done, because that is one thing I've been following up on. Like, do you guys even do serving, having, you know, some kind of weird smell checking the sink? So yeah, I'm glad that they're really doing that, you know, trying to everyone's house is okay. Where's the problem? I love that. I love that. Me, I can't stand poor services. They get on my nerve. They really do. What? They get on my nerve. I'm quick to literally move to another slow people, like very simple. White folks love to boil meat and eat it without seasoning. Well, for us, it's not really like that. We call it tumbukiza. And if you without any spices or you know, for us we do onions, a lot of chili peppers, and you can add like ginger. It brings just that amazing. It's always for it's good. The so beef is good for the bones. My dad used to teach me that as a very young stock. I'm like, why are you always drinking soup? What's wrong with you? You know, like when you grow older, you get a
Tommy's always asking all kind of crazy questions. Why you drinking soup? What's wrong with you? What's gotta be wrong with them? God dang, like they be like soup.
dad used to take weird shit, like it made me question him a lot with some of the things he used to do. Called bipolar. I think he is a bipolar actually. I think he is.
Probably
Is
is.
not okay. So you'd question a lot when you see him doing things. Are you sure you're okay? You'd question.
He might be undiagnosed bipolar. That's why he was so crazy. Bipolar.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I just was eating the wrong wire of the head. Maybe that's also one of the boxer. But Jiba Jab also says, yep, check out Sal the Gal oh, the Gul pardon me if I can't read that. Siberian prison
Oh,
Siberian prison camps.
Si- Siberian. Siberian. That's a place in Russia.
I just see maps, Jiba Jab. Just see
Yeah. Yeah,
like blood.
it's in the coldest part of Russia. Cold. It's Siberia. Cold as shit. I think Siberia is one of the coldest places on the earth.
Hmm. Well, I'll check much more. I think I'll do a because this is interesting, you know.
Siberia, Russia. Cold as shit up there.
Shout out to white people, man. Shout out to our people, the white people. But Jiba, you guys building a prayer hut for your turn. We are not right here, you know, not here. You want no, I can't. But I also see Jiba Jaba say that sound no, really. Oh, that's what okay. Okay, okay, that's weird. You know, fried beef, a little bit of soup. That's what we call stew. A little bit of soup. Like, you know, don't do the we say Kikuyus don't know how to cook in Kenya. Funny things like everything is just super watery. Every
Damn.
for their food. Yeah, it's very, very boring. Their food if
I don't want to eat
like it's
that shit.
Kikuyu. Kikuyu
I
food
don't,
is
I don't like all that wet shit.
mm, yeah, I think we stock, but for us we call it tumbukiza. Good for
Okay.
your bone.
Super
It's also
pizza.
good. You can just yeah, you can just good. Personally, I just love taking soup for fun or stew. Nice. Jibba also says, yeah, that's beef called arthritis, and I take it. That's cool, Joby. A lot of his bones. So he used to say if you eat against the bones, and I think I've learned that here too. The meat as African people, because uh, I don't believe that. You know, I really don't believe. And work out, drink water, live healthy, exercising. Yeah, that's how you beat the diseases. Jomo,
Yeah, beef is actually bad
uh,
for us. Like, beef is not good for African people. It's actually bad for us.
yeah.
I'm addicted to it. Shit.
So long as you're working out, drinking water, try live
Mm.
healthy. I'm also say they don't even turn their car engines off overnight.
No, they can't. It'll freeze. They got because they got everything will freeze in Siberia like within a minute. If you but like when you take snow and throw it up in the air, it'll turn to ice.
Crazy.
That's the
That's super
coldest city.
insane.
Coldest city. Yeah, Joe. You can look that up on YouTube. Say Siberian city. People throw snow in the air and turns to ice before it hits the ground. That shit turn to ice. It's so cold. Cold as shit up there. People, I don't know how they live in that shit. Like 40 degrees below zero. Like, god damn. There's a video I seen on YouTube, the cold. They were doing that city in Siberia. And people were like, why don't you move out here? This is my culture where I was born and raised. Fuck that. Uh,
Okay.
you'll die. If you take off
Yeah.
your clothes in the winter and stay out there for like they said, like 30 seconds, you'll die.
Is this the same place? Life in the coldest place on earth? No.
You got it right here. And yeah, that's it. Do that. Yeah, it's gonna be in Russia. It's gonna be in Siberia.
81 degrees Celsius.
Damn, minus. You mean minus 81 degrees?
Fahrenheit, I mean.
Regions on planet Earth.
Minus.
The data again, see if it's gonna work.
Where midwinter temperatures regularly Celsius, visibility is often less than 5 meters, and the
Right.
layer of fog lasting months on end. You would think with conditions society could function and so-called normal life could operate.
You guys hear my video?
Yeah, I heard, Joby. I heard.
There are actually a group of people that have not only survived but
They
thrived.
thrive. They
How is
thrive. They
day-to-day
love it.
life in the-
They love it.
What do these hardy people need to do just to get through the day during the cold? Well, let's head to Yakutsk and find out.
Damn.
We managed to be there on the coldest day, not just of the year, but of the last 2
Сколько? На телефоне 55 показывает.
So Yakutsk is widely known as the coldest city on Earth. It's also the largest city to be built on continuous recorded temperature here in Yakutsk was minus 71 degrees Celsius. January, and the current temperature is just below minus 50. What's just is that despite temperatures being below minus 50, despite it being cold, life just seems to go on. By the way, about those people, let's meet. This is Nikolai, both members of the Walrus Club, a group of guys that in temperatures like this, but we'll see more of that later. And this is Maria. Yeah. Yep, you heard that right. Wine from Yakutia. We headed out on an adventure to a remote Yakutian village. These are just a few. But before we hear more about these lovely people and their lives, let's head back.
This is crazy. You let me try share the first video.
That's crazy.
I'm not scared. Nah, I'm not staying there. No, I'm not staying there. Not even for an hour. I'm okay.
Soviet Union was a system of forced labor camps known as the prisons, containing anywhere from 2,000 to 10,000 prisoners.
Yep, going to prison camps.
Find yourself as one of those prisoners, you would be
this
subjected
what the camps with the small hats do. This is what they do. Whenever they take us, what they try to do to America and the rest of the world. That's what they did with China. Remember they created China after they created the USSR, the Soviet Union? This is what they do. Everywhere they go when they get power, this is what they do. Go ahead, Joby.
extreme weather, starvation, and disease.
Right,
Today
starvation.
on Weird for a prisoner in the Soviet Gulag. But before we get started, be sure to
remember,
leave a comment and
Russians
let
will
us know
tell you,
what
the
historical
Soviet Union was never Russia. They took it over and named it the Soviet Union. The Russians will tell you, the Soviet Union was never Russia. Never. They took it over. Go ahead, Joby.
you'd like to hear about next. Okay, time to take a disturbing, and we don't mean we're taking a drive in a Moskvich. This for imprisoning people based on false or even non-existent charges.
Like in
Anti-revolutionary activity. Sympathy toward anyone also be punished with a trip to the camps. That means if Rocky had lost Ivan Gulag, but so would Polly, and probably the robot as well. The text to incarcerate anyone they pleased, but the real reason was the economic labor. Stalin's aggressive 5-year plan, an effort to quickly bring in required a huge amount of labor for its
It wasn't Stalin. Stalin was a puppet. He was a cat with the small hats. The Rothschilds controlled his ass. He's nothing but a puppet. They control them until the Cold War. They controlled that. That's why all the small hats ran what? USSR and overthrew the Tsar and put their people in there. That's them. Go ahead, Joby.
Massive construction projects. The only skilled specialists who could do the work. So Stalin's plan created enormous. A guy who has sketchy facial hair with an ambitious business model that relies on startup CEO to me. Millions of people were arrested, deported to the gulag of Stalin's dream. Camp survivors shared chilling
what's so
stories
bad
of
about
being
Stalin? Stalin wasn't even Russia. He wasn't from Russia. He was a small hat from Georgia. And Joby pulled up, Joby said, where was Stalin from? It's going to say Georgia. He wasn't even Russian. That's how the small hats we got in control of America. They're mostly in Israel. They're not Americans. That's what they do, take over countries. Just take it over. Stalin wasn't even Russian. Go ahead, Joe.
picked up gulag without a trial. Unsuspecting citizens could be snatched up while at restaurant, walking down the street, or even asleep in their beds.
And that's the same shit they're trying to implement around the world in America. Same shit.
Over 8 million civilians and 800,000 soldiers, leaving millions in 20s and 30s. Desperate to live, some of these children turned to crime. Up and sent to the gulag to bolster Stalin's workforce. You are never following a terrible interrogation. Prisoners would be loaded onto a cattle. Days for the train to depart for the gulag. Conditions on the train were
sent to Siberia.
Salted fish to eat, and the only toilet was a hole in the floor. Many were cold before they even arrived at the gulag. World War II proved to be not in the way you might expect. After the Germans invaded the Western Soviet, the Red Army beat a hasty, chaotic retreat as Hitler's forces. The Soviets regained control, prompting Stalin to issue Order Number 2, stated that any Red Army soldier who was captured or retreated would face it to deal with the consequences of their actions, which in some cases would mean being
shot.
In addition, their families would be denied food and potentially be sent straight. Options were either win or be slain on the battlefield. Otherwise, you're. As if that wasn't bad enough, gulag prisoners were assigned to special people of the war. Some would cross minefields, clearing them for other soldiers as human shields to protect the good soldiers. Anyone who tried to special blocking units with strict orders to fire upon deserting prisoner or shot by Germans and or your fellow countrymen might have been a better deal. Following the inmates had to contend with the harsh reality of daily life in the prison, where countless incidents, violence, and exposure. Food was always in short supply, and most or shelter. The barracks were often nothing more than ramshackle wooden sheds. The elements. When you consider the fact that some camps were located north of the
that's why everyone wants you to know this history. Everywhere they get power, this is what the small hats do. Everywhere they go. When they get power, that's what they're trying to turn. And shout out to the white man who's realized this is what they turn into America into. Right here. They got the concentration camps open around the country. They're slowly trying to do that here. And then for the rest of the world. Wherever they go, it's extermination. As soon as they get control of a place, they exterminate your ass. Go ahead, Jobin. Oh, he's really slowly down.
For a number of prisoners, the only jackets with the occasional hat or set of mittens, and what little food the Guards basically controlled every part of a person's life in the gulag, and
Work to the death.
or water a prisoner would get each day. And the camp's administrators often incentivized them to work harder. It was like being sentenced to an endless team building. So your boss has less paperwork. The severe lack of resources led to and even sewing needles essentially became a form of currency.
Work to the death.
Occurred over these basic items, with prisoners sometimes killing for them. Even to charges to send innocent people to supply their workforces at the gulag, the camp, including bandits, thieves, and murderers. These real criminals sporting specific tattoos related to Russian orthodoxy and culture, and terror controlled virtually every aspect of social life, including who slept. Challenging their authority could mean beatings, stabbings, additional hard labor. Many prisoners feared the gangs more than the actual guards. Stop worse than outside was no walk in the park for anyone, but women had the inmates were initially arrested as daughters of enemies of state, meaning they weren't even. When they were arrested, mothers were separated from their children, and in the camp, labor as men. And even though male and female prisoners were separated, of being assaulted by guards and male prisoners, some women were forced to take exchanging sexual favors for protection and better treatment. And there weren't exactly. A woman gave birth in the gulag, the baby stayed with the mother until the age of.
And you wonder why Russia's fighting against these people in the Ukraine. Russians remember all this shit. Go ahead, Governor.
Basic necessities, tragically.
They are on in they are on. Let me try see if I can widen this.
Some of those who survived developed serious mental and physical ailments. Some people managed to find romance in the gulag, and many accounts of these. In one account, published in Orlando Faja's Just Send Me Word in the gulag, the story of inmate Svieta and her lost love, Lev. When the author interviewed them, he found their love got her through her incarceration. Svieta had much less to say, but she sat with Lev and held his hand. And when she replied, I knew he was my future. When he was not there, I would look for her. That is love. Exposure to the elements and harsh conditions Gulag had in store for its prisoners. Unfortunate souls incarcerated in the Gulag, many came from diverse writers, educators, farmers, students, and other people from all walks of life, shipped off to do hard physical labor, for which they had neither the skill nor the condition. The reason you don't generally hire art students to build a railroad or fix a power line. Interested in anyone's well-being, and like most dictators, he'd had the foresight accountable for any of his actions. Some inmates cut down trees, while others depending on the camp's location. And since this was years before OSHA was safety precautions and personal protective gear weren't given a more protection than the clothing they had on their backs, and used primitive hand tools instead of grueling hours in extreme conditions. As a result, thousands of lives in sheer exhaustion. It wasn't uncommon for a prisoner to be literally the supply of new laborers in the form of criminals, orphans, and dissidents being fed into hardly noticed. They had bigger fish to fry. One of those bigger fish and a Russian Navy. To make this a reality, 2 new canals needed north and south, requiring extensive labor in a short period of time. Work with an equally impossible time frame. Sounds like a job for the In 1931, thousands of inmates were transported to the construction 30-mile addition to the White Sea-Baltic Canal. The project took almost An estimated 12,000 prisoners lost their lives building the canal. Higher. Between 1933 and 1937, the same project unfolded. Moscow-Volga Canal. This time, however, it took twice as long and perished digging the Moscow-Volga addition were buried in the soil before. Tourists traveling down the Moscow-Volga Canal are actually sailing. But it was a small price to pay for Stalin to get his Amazon deliveries on time. As you may imagine, escaping the Gulag was a past the guards and the dangerous Gulag gangs, you still had to contend and find your way to a country that wouldn't immediately turn you right back over to Stalin. In China, for those who actually succeeded in making a great escape, one notable escape involved a Polish army official named Sławomir Rawicz India on foot. Rawicz dictated the details of his adventure in an long walk. Despite being somewhat disputed, the story inspired the two starring Jim Sturgis, a fact which is either a tribute or an indictment of Rawicz. The universe. A verified escape did happen in 1933, involving a when he was transferred to Karelia, near the Finnish border, Chernihiv supplied valuable information about the habits of the camp's guards. Chernihiv gave opportunity. Because of his good behavior, guards allowed his wife established a code to discuss their escape plan, and in the summer of 19 and into motion. During a scheduled visit, Chernihiv and his family managed. Per Chernihiv's account, the family crossed rivers, forests, and mountains. And camping in the wilderness with few provisions, they managed to elude detection. Used to sail to Finland. After establishing their safety in Finland, Chernihiv to live out the rest of their lives. Man, that's a family story that beats. At the time of Stalin's held over 3 million prisoners. On paper, it had been a comparative. But with Stalin gone, the horrors of the camps became publicly known. But despite Stalin's insistence that it was necessary to complete his economically useless. The ends didn't even justify the means. Turns out, Russia's new premier, Nikita Khrushchev, began a process of de-Stalinization, which included the immediate release of millions of Gulag inmates. But even after traumatized by their imprisonment, that they remained fearful of discussing it for the rest. The Gulag is well known to history, but for those who lived through it and their descendants. So what do you think? Would you have been able to survive?
No, I would have died the same day. Me too. No way. Not have survived that. What do you mean?
It's one movie. Yeah, the dog has got disease. It's one movie I've seen. There's one movie I've seen how somebody that posed. They talking about one guy did make it. They walked. A bunch of them died though, of course, doing it, but they had to walk out of Russia. They walked over Russia. They walked into Mongolia, down into China, and made it into India. But most of them died on the way. Most of them died on the way trying to make it because it was such a treacherous walk. I think it's called The Long. It's a good ass movie though. They made it from the prison, and they had a little girl with them. The little girl died. I think she died like in Mongolia in the desert. They had to walk through the desert. They had to walk. That shit was crazy. Like, man, shit. So, yeah. So some people did escape because they put you out. They put you in Siberia. You're in the middle of nowhere. So if you can get out of Siberia, shit. Joey went to go get a beef stock. Better wrap it up, guys. I'm gonna see if I can come on tonight if I can. If I'm not too tired, shit. I'm gonna get home till late. Shit. Oh, is it delicious, Joby? Is it good? Is it lip smacking delicious?
perfect. But cook some pasta.
Okay, good. This is not ugali for 100 times. Shit. You know, even when they got done fight, they went and ate that ugali shit. Like, god damn.
Ugali is the way to. But anyway, there is some crazy issue that I didn't know. I did not survive that.
Yeah, that was a cat with the small hat. Like I said, and Stalin wasn't even Russian, Joby. He wasn't even Russian. He's a small hat from Georgia. That's all they do. So whenever they get control of something, that's what they do. They get to start exterminating motherfuckers. That's what they do.
Well,
they want to tell you about their Holocaust. They don't never mention that Holocaust right there when they murdered 30 million people.
Survive. On Tuesday, I was hit by cold because of not having a proper sweater. Wednesday, I woke up shivering. You know. Now, if you think
and that's in Africa. Imagine Joby in Siberia with it's 81 below Celsius. 81 below Celsius.
I'm gonna die. Trust me. I can't survive cold. Being honest, I can't. I shiver. Even right now, I regret why I didn't carry socks today. I'm literally feeling cold. My feet are like I didn't carry socks, and I normally carry socks like when I'm coming to the studios.
Joby them tell you it's cold like when it's like 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, it's cold. That's 70 degrees, but that's Africa. That would be colder than 70 degrees. They'd be like, it's cold. Yeah. It's 70 degrees. That ain't cold.
Trust me, if I come to America and if it's snowing, I'll have to carry like a whole blanket with me. You know.
You better not go visit Big Cheese in the wintertime. Chicago winters are brutal, Joby.
I'll go to Miami. I like Miami. It's warm. Okay, I like Miami.
Yes, that's warm. Right. Yeah. Nice and warm.
Yeah.
It's three of us in Florida. You got Cassius Williams in Florida. You got that second one in Florida. You got me in Florida. It's hot as shit right now. Shit.
I prefer that rather than having all this on cold and
I don't like the cold either. Shit.
I'm okay. But anyway, family, we'll wrap it up there with today's conversation. Hope you guys have had a good time. I see Jibatapa Ali was saying that China is doing the same in Yingxing. That was, I think, the same.
Exactly.
Also some time back, what they're doing to their people, locking them down, cutting the dicks. Oh my God. You crazy. That's crazy.
Shit, that's what the colonizers did to the Kenyans. They would rape them and they cut their penises off, Joby.
And they have a whole dick party. I mean, shout out to those white people. White people are psychopathic. Oh my God. Oh my.
Look this up before we leave, Joby. Say, it might not even tell you on Google. They keep hitting so much. Say, British used to castrate Kenyan men.
I think I've checked that a couple of times.
I think you did.
The same. Yeah. The British.
I'm gonna try to come on later in the night if I can. I know I'm coming on Saturday for sure, but I think they might got me going back out Sunday. It's to castrate them. Here you Negroes. Let me see your penis. Why, boss? Because I'm cutting it off. Psychopaths. I'm cutting your penis off, Joby. I'm cutting it off. Yay.
Yeah, but I do believe they did. I can't see.
Oh, well, yeah, they did it. They did. We got to rename because they're lying to you now. We got to rename it. Yeah, they did it. They did
Yeah.
it.
Big Cheese, Karibu Sana, nice to see you. Says Jupiter Spikes. I say that it's Friday. He ain't got. Come on, do better. I had not read
Till
that
Friday,
comment.
till
So,
Friday he got what?
so gone and get you're crazy. Shout out to you. Nice to see you though. KJ Williams also Karibu Sana. He says watch the movie Defiance, whatever the pronunciation. This tells part of the story of Russia. Is it on Netflix? Let me know kindly. If it's on
Is that on
Netflix,
Netflix or
I'll
Amazon?
definitely, yeah. And yeah, he also says it's a good movie. He also says white supremacy is going to fight back, and they know this. Well, I believe Russia is very well prepared. That is what I can see. Because there's no you do this to the people, and you and this is
That's
what
what it said.
Africans
That's
should
what they're
learn.
fighting back. That's what they're saying, Joe. But now they're gonna fight back. Exactly.
Yeah, this is what Africans should have learned long time ago if you really had true leadership. From the word go, create strong military, go back again when like go back to history and make them pay back for what they did. You know, get yourself ready because right now you can see them declaring a war, but Africa is still in the same state they were found. No weapons, no military groups, nothing. Actually, even more dumber. I'm sorry to say, not everyone, but majority again. They're still dumb, and we seen them talking the South African way. They are our friends. What did they do to you? There's nothing to do with you. Shut the hell up. That's what you should do. Okay. Kajan also says I was out sweating like hell this morning. Well, good. You're working out. That's nice. I believe that's what you were doing. And Jiba Jaba says your it would freeze. I swear. I would not even. Hey yo, I'd not even dare talk. Like for me, I can't stand cold. I can't. Even when it's raining here, I'm always the complaining one. Like even when sometimes it's not cold, I'm always the one complaining. Maybe I'm feeling cold when everyone is like, I can't. Even a little breeze, I'll put a sweater on. Okay, it could be sunny, but it's windy. No, no. Where's the sun? I need a full sun. Why is it windy and sunny? I need one
That's
weather.
why we. That's right. That's why we're children of the sun. Damn it. They ain't supposed to be in that kind of cold ass weather.
Mhm. Also, Big T
That
says
cold.
you should send me to Flint, Michigan. I don't know where that is and how it
It's cold
looks.
up
Let
there.
me check if I live.
Flint's up there when Obama did that trick with the water, Joe. But he said, "Hey, Flint, Michigan."
You
It's
want me to
cold.
die? You want me to die? No. No way. So that Obama can
And,
come talking sarcastically.
and
Well,
that bad
no.
water said, "Hey, somebody, give me a glass of water. I need a glass of water."
That is some sarcasm of the highest level. Baron Scott also says, Joby, I have a huge 5-bedroom house in
In Milwaukee, it gets cold up there. In
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee,
Is
Milwaukee,
that the name?
say Milwaukee,
I
Milwaukee.
don't know. Milwaukee. Okay. Milwaukee.
Look it up.
Milwaukee. Oh,
Look it up. It's cold as shit,
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
Okay.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Look it up. See images
Let's
of
see.
Milwaukee.
You can stay there. Okay.
You'll be
Well,
like,
you
you'll
come
be
to
like, I'm out of
Africa,
here.
then we'll
You'll be,
think about the other things
you'll be
later.
like, I'm out of this bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Milwaukee.
Okay, Big Cheese. Mm-hmm. Let me see.
Not doing a shit. I ain't lying. I said I'm not. I said I might do a show. I'm exhausted. Goddamn it, shit. I've
Let's
been up
see.
working since 2 o'clock this morning.
Let's see what
I
it
said,
is all about. Chiba Jaba also says,
I didn't do no. I said might shit.
if I'm being lied to. Thank you, Big Cheese. Jiba Jaba says, you like love stories. The book or film Dr. Zivago takes place in the period old school classic. Okay, okay, okay. If I Milwaukee, I'm trying to get to see Milwaukee. Oh, this looks nice. If I did pull the right image, yeah, it looks nice. It's near the beach, of course. Why not, Byron Scott? It's near the
That
beach.
that beach cold as shit, Joe. But that's a lake. That's like Lake Victoria. It's near Lake
Ah,
Michigan, Joe.
god damn. No, I'm not doing no lake. Nah, I'm okay.
Yeah, that's a lake, Joe. It's not that's a big lake.
But at least it's fancy. It's not looking that bad like what we have in Africa. Like Victoria, you can't go sit there. You can do nothing, I mean, I've been there, I've swum there, but I was young. Can I do that right now? No way. No way. Hell no. Find me not. Yeah, but we see where kid is. Be careful not to be gotten by alligators. Alligators may come catch you there. Trying to run.
Hmm.
You know.
I'm in a bad part of the hood over in Panama City with the hood rats. They knocked me a hood rat in the head. Get your ass out of here.
You're about to bump into sexy right over there and Suki.
No, no, she can keep that. She can keep that coochie.
Well, family, much love. Have an amazing weekend. See you guys on Monday. And thank you so much for tuning in. Apologies for how our internet has been super bad throughout the week. But we hope to come back next week when it's better. I also hope all these building constructions are going to be over. But I appreciate everyone who has been with us tonight, this afternoon, evening, whatever the time is on your end. Have an amazing day. Don't worry, Joby. I'll keep. God damn. Much love, family. See you guys.
Myra, you're not South African. You get your ass out of here.
All love, all love. Much love, family. See you guys on Monday. And peace unto y'all. Damn.
All the way into the and you tuning into